Thank you all for being here. I'm Mark Zickrey, and thank you. Yay! Oh, if only that happened everywhere I went. I don't know why it doesn't. You are going to be the first people, other than our team itself, to see the first half hour of the Space Command pilot, and we're going to screen it right now. And it's hot off the presses. The ink is still wet. In some cases, you'll notice little glitches, and we know, and we're going to be tweaking all that. But this is literally, our team was working through the night to get this all buttoned down. We had people working in LA, in Montana, in Iowa, in Germany, in Russia. I mean, just phenomenal. And you'll see their names at the end of the credits. But I also just want to thank all of you, because as you know, as I say fairly often, this would not exist if not for you guys. This is really us saying that the message we have in Space Command is important and worth doing. And it's fascinating because yesterday Elaine and I had breakfast with an executive from the BBC, and we're going to be sending this to him because he wants more upbeat, positive shows. And he's aware of, in our world, we need to say that compassion and kindness can be positive forces, and love can be a counterweight against all of the evil and chaos and destruction and fear in the world. So, and also the person I really want to give a shout out to, because she likes to just stay behind the scenes and write and direct and produce with me, is my wonderful wife Elaine, who is here today. Elaine, where are you? Where's Elaine? I don't know. She's behind a pillar, I think. So, but we'll have her say a word or two at the end as well. So great. Well, I guess, are you ready, Dave? Dave Edison, our wonderful editor. Yay! Okay, so without any further ado, here's the first half hour of Space Command. Yeah, cheers. Ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, and anyone else who acted in that or has acted in the rest of it, please come up as well. And so, well, did you enjoy it? Yeah. Thank you. Well, spread the word, let people know, because there's another 90 minutes of the 2-hour pilot to go, and we're busily working on that as well. And we've already shot 40 minutes of the second 2-hour story, and we're pitching the show now, actively pitching it to the Netflixes and Amazons and so forth of the world. It'll be a 12-hour season. So I think what I want to do is have everyone up here kind of introduce yourself and what you did in Space Command and so forth. So if we can start with you, David.
Hi, I'm David Rakeland. Thank you all for showing up. I am a producer on the show, a composer, and I also organize the convention team.
Yay! Great.
Hi, I'm Michael Harney. I play Anson Kimmer.
Yay! Great. And boy.
I'm Dave Edison. I edited and edited and edited.
Yay, Dave.
I'm David Bartlett. I am a co-producer and did the sound design.
Great. Yay.
I'm Ethan McDowell. I'm a talent search winner, and I play Captain Jack Kimmer.
Yay.
I'm Elle Sonnet. I am an actress in it. I wasn't in the first part.
Yeah, she's got a great fight scene later in the episode, and she's one of the other synthetics. She's terrific.
I like to fight.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, my name's Brian McClure. I am also a talent search winner. Thanks, Brian. I play both Lieutenant Bradbury, and later on I play Cadet Bradbury.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 3 cheers.
I'm Aaron Gaffey, and I'm also a talent search winner, and someday in the future I will play Matt Kemmer.
Yes, sooner rather than later. Yay.
I'm Justin Sorvillo, and I play Alton later on.
Yes, Billy Mumi's son.
I'm Soraya Dean. In real life, I'm an international peace activist, so I raised a great son.
Yes, great, wonderful, wonderful. And also something I can announce here for the first time at the convention is that someone who will be joining our cast is Gigi Edgley of Farscape, and we're also talking to Nichelle Nichols about doing some really interesting things in Space Command, and she'll be signing at our booth as well tomorrow. So now also I should mention one thing for those who don't know. When they say talent search winner, with Space Command, because the message is one of inclusivity, and because 4,000 people around the world financed us. And I'm very grateful for that, our backers and our investors. I thought, why not make the casting process inclusive as well? So I cast many talented people from some of our favorite shows, like Mike Harney and Doug Jones, Bob Picardo, Mira Furlan, Bruce Boxleitner. But I thought, well, so many of the Kickstarter campaigns have walk-ons where you can, put a little money in and have a walk-on, be an extra, or maybe have a line. But I thought, well, why don't we have a competition where anyone anywhere in the world could download the audition scenes, shoot their own audition, and be considered for two of the leads, Captain Kemmer and Cadet Bradbury at the time. And so we got 7,000 inquiries, 1,200 videos, and we cast Ethan and Brian and Aaron and several others, including Sarah Marafino. Now also, it's interesting, I just came from a panel about romance and science fiction, and Sarah Marafino plays Captain Essex, and the way she got that role was she auditioned for Captain Kemmer, which was a male role, and I was so impressed with her that I had her come in for callbacks and created the role of Captain Essex specifically because she showed that she could do it. So great. I think what we might want to do is, if you guys have questions, we can throw it open, because this is going to be a relatively short panel because we spent 30 minutes showing this. Does anyone have questions for our cast or crew? Go for it. Hello, hi. Good to see you.
You've been working on this a long, long time. Big cast, lots of effects and sets.
Mm-hmm.
Budget-wise, not even numbers, generally. Mm-hmm. Where do you think your money went?
There's just rolls sitting outside. No, it's it went on into what you saw, and it allowed us to build a studio, shoot the first 2 hours, shoot 40 minutes the second 2 hours. I mean, what you just saw alone had over 500 visual effects shots. That's crazy. And the 2 hours has 1,900 visual effects shots. And so what I realized as we got into this is that it was going to take a lot more time and effort and money to bring it home. And if this was being done on a network, minimally the 2 hours would cost maybe $10–20 million. I mean, a single episode of Star Trek Discovery is $10 million. A single episode of Game of Thrones is $15 million now. And so, so the money went into everything you've just seen. And we're continuing to raise money. So we're still selling Space Command shares at $7,500. A number of our investors are actually here at the convention. And we're launching a crowdfunding campaign Monday night to raise the money for post-production on the second hour, because and then we plan to shoot the rest of the second 2 hour story in November. So and some of the other scenes sooner. And but it takes a village, it takes a universe. We're all here because we love it. This is not about anybody getting rich. So other questions? Yeah, in the back. Elaine, first of all, let's give Elaine a hand. She made this thing with me. Woo! And if you go online and Google the phrase "long suffering," Elaine's face will come up and Dave Edison's face will come up, and I think many of the people on this panel. So Elaine, what was your question?
I'd love to hear, going down the panel, what they felt was the single most rewarding piece of being part of this.
Oh, great. That's a great question. So for those who didn't hear it, just going down the panel, what was your single most good moment? Or
there's been so many amazing moments. It's hard to pick one, but I'd have to say it's when the lights go down and the audience sees it for the first time. There is a thrill that cannot be compared to anything else, and thank you everyone for being here.
No more answers, we have a winner.
Yeah. Good. Great. Mike, do you want to?
I think for me, it's just the realization that Mark and Elaine started this process, and as independent creators outside of the system really put this all together. And that's a major achievement, which talk about long suffering and talk about no money and hustle. It's a tremendous feat. And so my favorite moment is just being here to acknowledge my friend and his wife.
Wow, thank you, Mike. That's great. That's great. And but one thing I want to say about that is, when you have actors like Mike, where you can see just the astonishing performance delivered. I mean, that scene in the car, and then the scene with the treehouse, and then the moment when you're looking up and you're just watching the rocket rise, and we realize you really do love your son. There is that gentleness in that moment, which you can't show in other moments. It's just the range of that is so lovely, and all of our actors. I mean, you just see these moments, and it's about the human heart, and it's about human connection and kindness and compassion. Because when I say it's about kindness and compassion in the world, that's what these characters are up to. That's what the story is about. Oh yeah, please, yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Well, it's simply it's been an exercise in tenacity and just getting it done, no matter what the. I mean, if I drop dead, and it's happened, not to me but others. If I drop dead, you're not going to need it. Just bring up the certificate and write in cause of death, Space Command, and it'll probably be worth it.
For me, the project that's unique about this for me is that, and I'm a big fan of nihilistic films, post-apocalypse, sign me up. This film is about a positive look for the future, that something can happen that is handling problems and moving towards something that's more of a greater peace. Like the original Star Trek series was constantly striving for that, so is this, and I really admire this project for that reason especially, so I'm glad to be a part of it for that reason.
Thank you.
I feel that the most rewarding thing for me is the camaraderie that comes along with building something like this, because it isn't just us and it isn't just the production, but it's all of you guys as well. So it's everybody working as a team to make something that is just a beautiful story, just like what David's saying. It's a hopeful vision of the future is a slogan that we utilize, and I just think it's a beautiful way to look at it. But yeah, so it's the camaraderie of everybody coming together to make something very special.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And with that, the camaraderie is the fans, you guys. I've been part of this project for years and years. But I've been working at the booth. Yesterday I was at the booth for a while, and a lot of you guys would come up and say that I've been following the project since the beginning, and every time we put something out there, like, it's good to see like the faith. It just gets stronger and stronger in people, and I hope that what you saw today you guys enjoyed. I finally got to see it.
Yeah.
But you guys as the fans, I've become friends with a lot of you, and it's been great. You've been growing with the project, and so we appreciate all of you very much.
Yeah, we do.
My favorite part of that, I just wanted my name on a Space Command or on a Comic-Con. I'm just kidding. Like Elle, I've been a part of the project a long time, since before I could actually grow facial hair. So this has been exciting for me. But actually, the camaraderie, I would say, is one of the greatest things for me. Just the family that we've built, and even though it's taken a long time, being able to come back and like see each other and keep in each other's lives has been really exciting for me. And like Ethan and I live in the same building now. Yeah. We're a bit like best buddies, so it's kind of a big deal for me.
Well, explain where the building is.
What's that?
What city?
We actually live in Atlanta, Georgia now, so we've moved across country together. We're like best brothers. It's a real thing, best brothers. It's a new term.
Akin to everything else everybody else has said, but specifically for me, it will be that relished moment after all this time to actually step onto set.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, it's going to be great.
With cameras.
Yes, no, it'll be great because I'll wheel you out in your wheelchair, I'll be on my walker, and it's going to be something, yeah.
So we have to wait longer. Okay, okay, I'm okay with that.
Gosh, the most rewarding thing for me, really as a young actor, was just having a chance, because that doesn't happen very often. Directors don't, especially to do a feature film and of this magnitude. And also, the sets, for me, walking onto the spaceship set was like the coolest thing ever. You walk in Riverside, California, you walk into this building and it's this main deck of this spaceship, and you're there, and it was freaking cool. Like, that's why I'm an actor, honestly. That's why I do this. So.
Yeah. And Soraya? Yeah.
So when I auditioned, I forgot all my lines. And Elaine there said, no, we want you and we will help you. So what I experienced was the kindness and compassion on set. And we live in a world where it's cool to be unkind and to be hateful, but sometimes we have to go beyond ourselves, beyond our circumstance to bring that message in. And I think this movie does that.
Thank you. Thank you. And David Bartlett, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, they were talking about the future filming. So if anyone's interested in working on Space Command, we're about to start building some sets for doing more filming, including scenes with our fine young friend down there. So I am the person to talk to about that. I'll be here afterwards for a few minutes if you want to talk to me, and you can go from there.
Okay, good. If you have questions and want to talk to us outside, we'd be happy to talk with you.
Yes, yes, if you have questions, please just meet us right outside.
Yeah.
We'll be here, and we'll be happy to talk to you as long as you'd like.
Great, thanks guys. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And there are free posters too.
And we'll be having a signing at 4 o'clock at our Space Command booth, which is 4015, and with our cast. And tomorrow, Doug Jones will be at our booth at 10 a.m., as will Nichelle Nichols and Gigi Edgley.